Good morning, first grade. I hope everyone is having a great day. All right, I am excited. We have come to the end of Module 2, and we are going to start working on our end of module task. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through creating our animal trading card, which I'll tell you a little bit more about in just a moment. But you won't send it in today because it includes a writing part and an illustration, and it might take a little bit more time. I'm going to send you an activity on Friday. So if you're watching this video on the day that it was assigned, it would be Wednesday. So then if you could please try to finish the trading card by Friday, send it in Friday morning, that would be great, or take a picture of it, Friday. But we'd also like to have the trading cards to bring to our morning class on Friday so that we can share our trading cards with our classmates. All right, so we're going to use all that we've learned about the animals and their features to create a trading card. And I've put some examples of trading cards on the screen just in case anyone, maybe hasn't seen these, or maybe you just didn't know that that's what they were called. But if you have Pokemon cards, or you might have sports trading cards where one side has a picture of either the sports player or the character, and then on the other side is usually information about whatever's on the other side, whatever the picture is. If it's a sports person, it will give information, statistics about their sport, whatever sport they play. So you're going to create a trading card for an animal. So you'll need a few supplies for this writing. One will be your Wit and Wisdom workbook. And in your Wit and Wisdom workbook, you'll want to open up to page handout 33A, Animal Evidence Organizer. And we'll get to that in just a moment of which, but there are actually 3 pages, and you'll just be focusing on one of them. I'll explain that in just a minute. You'll also need these papers, which are in your 3rd supply box folder with all of the other Wit and Wisdom Module 2, writing papers and assessments. There should be one paper that looks like this, where it has a blank box at the top, a bigger square in the middle, and then it says by. And then there should be 2 pages that look like this, where there are lines for writing. So there should be 2 of those in your folder, just in case you need an extra page. So I'll let you know about what to do with that. But now we want to talk about how to set up our writing. So what you're going to do is choose an animal, and I'll show you from a list, and you will put your animal's name up here. You will draw a nice detailed illustration of your animal in this spot, and then you'll write your name here. Your informative paragraph about that animal will go on this page. Okay, so the first step is you want to think about what animal you would like to write about. The choices are a hippopotamus, a platypus, or the chimpanzee. So if you want to think about that in your head for a moment, and if you have that, a hippopotamus, platypus, or chimpanzee. Now, once you've decided your animal, you'll only need that page from your workbook for the animal that you chose. I'm going to choose the chimpanzee for my example, so I'm only going to turn to the page that says chimpanzee in my workbook. I'm not going to worry about the platypus page, and I'm not going to worry about the hippopotamus page. Now, once you choose your animal, and this is where it gets a little tricky, there's a couple steps here. You're going to choose your animal, but if you notice on this page of whichever animal you chose, there are different details about that animal, but the details are about some of the different features. So I have put this chart together to help us better organize what we need to choose and how we can find our details. So if you look at the chimpanzee page, all of the details on that page tell about either the hands or the feet. So you have to first choose your animal and then choose what feature you want to focus on, either hands or feet if it's a chimpanzee. If you're choosing the hippopotamus, you're going to either write about the hippopotamus's ears or the hippo's body. And if you choose the platypus, you're either going to write about the platypus bill or their body. Okay, so let me show you what you're going to do once you pick your animal and then once you pick your feature. So if you want to think for a minute right now, so I'm going to pick chimpanzee and I'm going to write about the hands. So do you have your animal and your feature? Thumbs up? Okay, great. Now, when you turn to your page in the workbook, right, one of these 3 pages from the workbook, you want to think about what feature you chose so that you can find details that tell about that feature. Since I chose the chimpanzee and I chose to write about their hands, I'm going to specifically look for details about the hands. So brown furry arm, hands don't have fur, hands have 5 fingers. So those are both details about the hand. Let's just keep reading. Feeds itself with its feet, has an opposable thumb like humans, feet can grasp objects like a hand, has an opposable big toe that allows them to pick up and manipulate things with their feet. So I'm going to find 2 of those details that just tell about the chimpanzee's hand. So I know that here, hands don't have fur. That's going to be one of the details I'm going to use in my paragraph. And then here, hands have 5 fingers. Those are both details that tell about the hands. Now, the other ones I didn't choose because they talk about the feet. And there could be more than 2 details about the feature that you choose, but you just want to pick 2 details for your informative paragraph. Okay? So on your workbook page for your animal, you can circle or underline or highlight whatever 2 details you want to write about that is about the feature that you chose. Okay, so the platypus, fat, wide gray nose, that tells about the body. The brown body, that's a detail about the body. Uses its bill to dig through the mud for food. That's a detail about the bill. Feet are webbed, that's a body detail. Males have poisonous spurs on their back legs. That's a body detail. Can use its bill to notice electric pulses from its prey. That's a bill detail. And the poisonous spurs won't cause humans to die, but some people can be in a lot of pain for weeks. That's a body detail. So if you chose the platypus and you chose the body, you would want to pick 2 of those details that tell about the body. If you chose the bill of the platypus, you would choose the 2 details that tell about the bill. All right, and then lastly, if you chose the hippopotamus, these details are all either about the hippo's ears or the hippo's body. So you would choose either the ears or the body. So if you chose the hippo's ears have hair in them, closes ears when it goes underwater, or 2 details that tell about the ears. If you're choosing the body of the hippo, it's large gray body, skin is easily sunburned, has enormous mouth and long tusks that it uses to attack, or has sensitive skin. Okay, so you can circle your 2 details about your feature that you chose for the animal that you chose. I know it's a lot of steps here. Okay, so I have my 2 details. Now I can start to work on putting my paragraph together. Okay, so here is the pages that you would need. So this is where I would put my paragraph. And this can help us to come up with our topic sentence, our details, and our conclusion. This is an example of the trading card, that one page where I wrote chimpanzee, I drew an illustration of a chimpanzee, and then I wrote by Mrs. Norris. So that's what you would do with your animal and write your name. Okay, now here's my topic sentence. The blank uses its blank for many reasons. So for mine, since I'm choosing the chimpanzee and I'm choosing the hands, this is what my topic sentence would sound like. The chimpanzee uses its hands for many reasons. That's my first sentence, my topic sentence. Now I need to fill in and think about my 2 details. So if I come back to my detail page, I notice that these are not written in complete sentences. Just like when we wrote about the seahorse, we have to take these and put them into complete sentences. So hands don't have fur. I could say, a chimpanzee's hands don't have fur. That makes it a complete sentence. So now I have my second sentence, my first detail. The next detail, hands have 5 fingers. I could say, a chimpanzee's hands has 5 fingers. And that would be, or a chimpanzee's hand has 5 fingers. That would be my second sentence with my second detail, taking this phrase, not a sentence, and putting it into a complete sentence. Now, I have my conclusion. The blank has unique blank. So in this case, I would fill in again, just like with my topic sentence, I would fill in my animal and the feature. The chimpanzee has unique hands. And those would be my 4 sentences. So I'm going to just read you, I'll orally rehearse my paragraph, and you can do the same as you're working on this, but this is what my paragraph would say. The chimpanzee uses its hands for many reasons. Chimpanzees' hands don't have fur. A chimpanzee's hand has 5 fingers. The chimpanzee has unique hands. And that would be the end of my informative paragraph with my 4 complete sentences. So I would write that on this page. And you may need more than one page. So if you need to use the second page, that is totally fine. You can do your drawing and write your animal name, your drawing, your name. Then you'll write on these lines. And when you're finished with your writing, you'll want to take your scissors and just cut along the outside of your writing pages. So if you only used one page, you would just cut out one. If you use 2 pages, you would cut out both of those right along the lines. Don't cut out your writing. You want to cut along here where you see the dotted lines. And then what you can do is take your writing where the lines are, and you'll stick it to the back of this page so that you're creating that trading card. So you don't want to face them and put them together so that you can't see your writing. You would want to take it and turn it this way so they're both facing out. So your picture is on one side and then the writing would be on the other, okay? And then you could just tape it or glue it. If you had more than one page, you could maybe just tape it at the top so that you would be able to lift the first page up to read the second page, okay? And like I said, you can take a picture of this on Friday morning to send it in when you get that activity, and we'll share these. If you could just hang on to these, and we'll share them on Friday in class. If you have any questions, I know this was a lot and a lot of steps, please let me know, and I'll check in with you during our live calls today and Thursday to make sure everybody's okay and see if anyone has any questions. But that is your end of module trading card. And I can't wait to see what animal you choose, what feature you choose, and what your paragraph looks like. So use the sentence frames to help, and I'll talk to everybody soon. I can't wait. Bye.